Hey, 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 welcome to the attic. Mana Dad here, preparing for Crimson Vow. Didn't have time to do my full draft guide breakdown. Things are busy, but I wanted to let you know about this site, mtgprimer.com. You can go, you can get an instance guide, removal guide, etc., format information. Very handy for studying up for an upcoming format. So I thought we'd just quickly read through stuff that has instant effects that we're going to want to be aware of as we're playing in our pre-releases and the first drafts on Arena and such. And let's take a look. So a lot of stuff at 1 mana in this set. Looks like all the colors are represented here. White is going to be able to deal 2 damage if your creature is attacking or blocking. So no need to worry about a mana tithe. We've got a bounce spell and an alchemist retrieval, which actually really should be at the 2 spot here because that's the cleave cost. I guess they could bounce their own thing if you're worried about them blanking your own removal. We got Syncopate, great counterspell. That also would be a higher CMC because you spend at least 2, but you know, I didn't organize this. This is somebody else's site. Undying Malice, which is the same as Feign Death, except it's just got a different name. Flame Blessed Bolt, which is your variation on Shock here for this set. 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker. That's going to be a heavily drafted one. Wow, it's a common too. Massive Might, which is the giant growth, but it's plus trample, and it's only 2/2. Geistlight Snare. So they have this at 1. I think most of the time it's going to cost at least 2, but that's another good counterspell. And I think counterspells are going to be very good in this format. I was watching the limited resources review of the rares and mythics, and there are a ton of just like must answer rares and mythics in this set. So I think getting out ahead of them with counter magic might be actually advantageous if I had to make a prediction here. I've also got Wash Away, which counters a spell that wasn't cast from its owner's hand at 1 mana, but really it's just going to be a 3 mana counter spell. And in the 2 spot, combat trick here for white. Gives indestructible too, so that can kind of be like a counter spell for removal. I mean, really, yeah, if you get one of these bombs and it can protect it with the Adamant Will or the Alchemist Retrieval, it's gonna be a Prince format for sure. We got Destroy an Attacking Creature, instant speed for white. So again, defensive. Maybe the blue-white decks want to be more defensive with the spirits. Just kind of, you know, slow the game down and then win in the air with a big spirit force. Chill of the Grave. That's 1 less to cast if you control a zombie, tap target creature, and it just freezes it down, and then draw a card. Okay. Not sure how I feel about that card. Cradle of Safety. Again, another hexproof thing, and it's a buff, so they can win combat. So that's kind of unexpected in blue. It'll be one to watch out for. Serpentine Ambush. I think this is going to be, if it's going to be used, which it probably won't be, judging by how these effects have played in the past. But if it is, it will be good on the 1/1 spirits that are going to be running around. So you get a 5/5 flyer to mash in. Obviously, the lower the power or toughness of the creature you cast this on, the better the spell is. Braid, you're going to see this so much. This is going to be a top pick for red. For sure. Destroys artifacts too, so careful putting artifacts in your deck. Sure Strike is a great combat trick. That's going to blow out a lot of people. Witch's Web. That could be a blowout too. I think these combat tricks are pretty strong here in this set. Valor's Trance gives indestructible, so that is uncommon at least. But looks more main deckable than the average destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater or power 4 or greater, like these white effects that we see all the time. It's only 2 mana, it's instant speed. Toughness matters in green and black, and you can always use that other mode to save a creature, so I think that's going to be more main deckable here. Lunar Rejection. Yeah, so you have to wait till you have 4 mana and to bounce a creature, but you do get to draw a card. So 4 mana, bounce a creature, draw a card is pretty, that was like Royal Eruption kicked or whatever. That's pretty decent. Parasitic Gasp, 3 damage to a creature, and you gain 3. That's pretty decent as well. I'll have to see how many things that hits in the format. A lot of this damage-based removal, of course, lives and dies based on what everybody ends up playing the most of. And rare, we got a Lantern Flare. Yeah, you'll play it probably. 3 mana spells, that's a counter spell. This is your Plummet plus Destroy an Enchantment spell. Wolf Strike. Yeah, that's going to be green's premium removal right there, Wolf Strike. And it's an instant speed. That's going to be for some blowouts. If you double block, you're going to have to watch out for that. Thirst for Discovery, they were pretty high on that. Unlimited resources. Hero's Downfall is now uncommon. Just straight up strictly better than Murder. That's going to be good. Rending Flame, 3 mana, deal 5 damage is good. Vampire's Vengeance. I think I really only see Vampire decks wanting this. I don't know how many X2s is going to really wipe out. This might be more of a sideboard card. Thinking you probably won't see this too often, but when you do, your opponent's going to wipe you out with it probably. You're never going to see the games where they don't play it. Oh, look, there's a hidden skull here in this art. See with the groups of birds, the eyes and the nose and the mouth. Yeah, probably not going to see that card very much. Supernatural Rescue. Tap some creatures, and then a enchanted creature gets +1/+2. We'll see what the aura payoffs are. I don't think we'll see that too much. This stuff, when an opponent's holding up 4 mana, that's pretty rough. Scattered Thoughts you might see more of because people will be holding up counter magic and then just play this if you give them nothing to counterspell. Bleed Dry, -13 in Exile. That's probably going to be decent. It is double black pip. A lot of this other removal is very splashable, like the Rending Flame and such. This is a 3/3 flash flying exploit. You're definitely going to run this if you draft it and it's in your colors. And it can eat. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of these little flying spirits running around. This is going to eat them up. Cemetery Protector. This is part of that mythic cycle. This one has flash. It does not come in tapped, thankfully. I kind of hate the flash creatures that come in tapped. It's like, why bother? I like to be able to block with my flash creatures. This is the uncommon that can be cast as though it had flash if there's 5 mana. So you'll see that some probably. And then this rare, I mean, people are going to be playing this. This is pretty strong. 7/8 can't be countered. And whenever you cast a spell, you can bounce something. I mean, that's a very powerful effect. So I guess that's for like constructed blue mirror breaker stuff. Anyways, this is what they have for removal. Not going to go through it all, but you can kind of see anything here that is like enchantment based or sorcery stuff that we didn't look at. I'm going to try to record draft videos as soon as the set is available, so subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. And I'll see you in the draft queues. This is Manadad signing out. Remember, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.